What's going on there, friends? My name is M238 and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for the Nintendo Switch. We're off last time. We defeated Iono of the Levincia gym, and now in this part we are going to be heading out of Levincia and into the next part here. So let's go ahead and do that. Some items right there that I didn't get to pick up. But yeah, we're gonna go to this way, which is over here. There's also another way over here. I'm actually gonna go this way first because this way is a bit of a slight detour, a little bit out of the way to where we're actually supposed to go. And this is another part of the East Province area. But over here is a bit of a lighthouse here that you can kind of take a look at and see what we got. And we get a nice little overview of what kinds of areas we're going to be exploring as we get to the next part of this region. So over here, you can get yourself a TM for Icy Wind. Talk to some people if you'd like. But more importantly, we're going to go ahead and jump on down and be on our way. Alright, so after going through some Rotoms, to get to our next area, we can go ahead and go up through like this, or we can go straight from the city itself, which, as you can see, this is where it will take us. Let's see. I think if I just fall down, let's see what we got here. Some more Pokemon as well as a Terra Raid. And this is just another part of Levincia. I guess it's considered another part of Levincia. But then this will just take us back down over here. Alright, and then I believe if we... Alright, forget about the item. I thought I was going to get it, but doesn't look like it. I'm trying to be so stubborn, but can't break the game too much. Okay, so welcome to East Province Area 3. I am not going to worry about exploring right away, and that's because one of the Pokemon that you can find here is a Pokemon that I want. And the Pokemon that I'm actually about to go over, my next team member is actually not going to be on this list. And that's because it is found in a place that's a little bit obscure. So let's see what we can do here. I'm not gonna fight the trainers either, and I'm trying to look for a particular place that might be good for looking for this Pokemon. This particular Pokemon that I'm looking for isn't particularly that hard to find. This route, as you can probably see, is like the way the terrain is. It's much easier to explore this area when you do something very special in this, but I'm not going to do that right now because that's not going to be what I'm going to be focusing on, I think. So, okay, so this Pokemon is usually located in a cave. At least when I found this. So, let's see. Arvin's gonna talk to me right here. So somewhere in one of the mines that are around here, we should find the Lurking Steel Titan. Rumor has it that the thing's staggeringly huge and real long. Using a Pokemon like that would be easy to spot. I wonder how it stays hidden. Maybe it's super fast. If that's the case, riding that Pokemon of yours might help you catch up. Okay, so that gives you a little idea of what kind of Titan Pokemon we're going to be running into in this area. But I'm not going to worry about the Titan Pokemon yet. Instead, I am going to worry about trying to locate this Pokemon, which should be inside of a cave somewhere. Oh, here it is. Alright, so this is going to be my 5th team member. It is Glimmet. Alright, it is a poison rock type, And we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna go ahead and go for a Draining Kiss. Although I believe it's gonna be not very effective. Yeah, okay, it's not gonna be very effective. Yeah, that's gonna be my 5th team member. It's been a while since we've had a new team member so far, but this is going to be now a good time to be expanding our team. And our final team member I can technically get now. There's nothing stopping me from actually going to get my final team member. But as of right now, with the route that I've decided to go about with things, going to where my final team member is located at is going to be a bit out of the way. So we will not be worrying about that until either a little bit later or much later, depending on where things go from here. But yeah, this is Limit. So we're gonna go ahead and try and weaken it as best we can. I'm gonna try and increase my catch rate by using a Great Ball. Hopefully I get it. 1, 2, 3. Yes, there we go. We caught ourselves a Glimmet. It is usually found in caves. This particular cave that I'm in usually has a pretty good chance of finding this particular Pokemon, which is why I decided to look at this particular cave. I decided to give Glimmet the nickname Clement for no particular reason. And because, you know, I'd come up with these, like, random names, and I'm going to go ahead and add it to my party, because I am going to be using it. And I'm excited to see how this Pokemon is going to play out in my team. I'm in this particular location of the area, if you want to know exactly where I'm at. And now that that's over, I'm actually going to now start over on exploring this route. And that way you guys can find this particular cave. Welcome to East Province Area 3. Well, at least not yet. By the way, I found out how to get that item. Turns out I needed to do the backwards jump from that particular ledge. Specifically, if I wanted to get it earlier than I'm supposed to. But anyway, yeah, welcome to East Province Area 3. Right now, we're in the beginning of it, so nothing too crazy, but shortly after we get past this trainer, you're going to see that East Province area is very, very large. Well, I mean, you could say that with, like, pretty much every route in the game, but this particular part, this was probably the first point where I was getting really tired of exploring, because this area is just, there was an overwhelming amount of things to do. And it is recommended that you probably should take on the Titan Pokemon here before even doing any exploring, because exploring this route is much easier if you do that. But I'm just going to explore as much as I can for the time being here. So here we are fighting our first couple of trainers right now. This trainer has a Gyarados, and usually Gyarados are kind of terrifying if you're not using electric Pokemon against it. They tend to have really strong moves. So just be careful around that. So East Province Area 3 is like a kind of a mines area. This is like, it's a canyon. Mines, canyons. There's a lot of like these craters that you can go into, as well as a bunch of caves that you can explore around. And supposedly the type of Pokemon that you find in the caves are different, because some of the Pokemon that you could find in the caves are definitely not in this list of Pokemon that I took notes on for what you can find in East Province Area 3. So some of the Pokemon you can find here is you can find a Tumbleweed Pokemon known as Bramblin, a Grass Ghost type. And Bramblin is very interesting. The way you evolve it is also interesting. It is just like how you evolve Pawmi, where you just have to walk around with Bramblin for about 1,000 steps, and then as soon as you think you reach 1,000 steps, then you can battle it, well, put it in battle, get it to a level, and then it'll evolve. Really interesting kind of Pokemon. The tricky part about Pokemon that evolve like that is that you cannot. Is that if they are in your Pokeball, back in your Pokeball for whatever reason, even if you don't send them, even if you do it unintentionally, then it actually you have to redo the 1,000 steps, and that can sometimes get a little frustrating. Okay, next up you can find is Carkol, which is this like Pokemon that is like looks like a minecart with a bunch of coal on it. I like the way this Pokemon is. I thought it was a really cool Pokemon design wise way back in Sword and Shield. You can also find Cuffins, another returning Pokemon from Gen 8. And then you can find Dugtrio, the evolved form of Diglett. And then next up you can find is Meowth. You can find a Ponyard, a Roly-Coly, which is the pre-evolution of Carkol. You can also find a Rufflet, a Salandit, a Silicobra, a Torkoal, a Pokemon known as Varoom, and also Torkoal. Wait, did I say Torkoal twice? Okay, sorry. But you can find Torkoal. Right here in this particular spot, this is like a gold mine full of items. It's crazy that you could find so many items all in just one little mount. So right there, you can kind of see how, like, when you're limited on abilities, it kind of prevents you from getting some things. You think to yourself, okay, what do I do? How do I get these items? Before you find out what new abilities you might get just from fighting Titan Pokemon. And you might have an idea based on how high up some things are, as well as how far apart some things are. For now, we just keep on going around places, finding trainers, finding items. Right here, there's a strong trainer, which is going to be helpful for gaining quite a bit of EXP. The strong trainers tend to be a higher level than the average level trainers, as well as they tend to use a bunch of Pokemon. We're going to take on this trainer here who has a Sunflora, kind of destroying us with Petal Dance here. But I'm going to try and heal up using Draining Kiss as much as I can here. And it looks like Clement, our new team member, is learning a new move there. I couldn't really see what it was in this speed. But I'm pretty excited to see how well Glimmet plays out here in our team. But yeah, so at some point within the next couple of minutes from this point on, we will be fighting the Titan Pokemon of this area, and I'm pretty excited. Fighting Titan Pokemon is usually really exciting. Titan Pokemon are really good because, fighting them is really good because then it powers up Miraidon and tends to give you new abilities. That way, it opens up exploring even more. And it's especially helpful for this particular area. This is like the first area here where exploring with your new abilities is actually like just very beneficial. Like this is the first route that demonstrates how useful having new abilities are. Like, you know, the first time that we fought Claw, right, we got the speed boost. It didn't really open up that much. It just allows you to go to places faster. And then we got the ability to travel in water when we fought Bombardier. And that kind of opened up some parts. You know, you can explore water without being punished. But that didn't quite open up. That didn't exactly open up the overworld too much yet. But when we find this Titan Pokemon, which is actually pretty soon from this video, then it will really start to open up things that we can look at here. So it's gonna be really exciting. So here's another trainer right here. This girl claims that she found a really amazing book. Look at that. Maybe it's alluding that we're approaching pretty close to what we're trying to go after here. So these caves, they will either lead to a different part of the route, or they will lead you to some items. And sometimes even some like terrestrialized Pokemon. Oh, this right here, this part right here, I don't know what happened here. I could not grab these items for some reason. This is so frustrating. I decided to post a clip later, so I just actually recorded it on the Switch, and then I was going to post it later, like online somewhere. But here is the Titan Pokemon. Wow, what is that thing right here? That thing looks weird. Oh, it moved away. What? Why is that? Let's go ahead and chase after it. Oh no, it keeps on moving. I wonder why. Let's go and follow it, shall we? It keeps on moving. What is going on here? Huh? Okay, how strange. Alright, this is the Lurking Steel Titan, known as Orthworm. Yeah, very weird name for a Pokemon, but yeah, this is Orthworm. And it is a Steel type, I believe, based on the name Lurking Steel. Yeah, if you have a Fire type, then this shouldn't be too difficult. I also have a fighting type because, well, Donald's not really a fighting type yet, but it has fighting moves. But you know, we can go ahead and take care of that, and there we go. That is the first phase defeated for Orthworm. And if you want to explore this route as efficiently as possible, then you probably want to take on Orthworm. Whoa, that was odd. You probably want to take on Orthworm as soon as possible. But it looks like Orthworm just created a cave here for us to go through. And give us a little shortcut to go ahead and locate Orthworm right over here. And look, there it is. Oh, it's going to do the same thing. Oh my god, get back here, you. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Titan Orthworm began eating something. You managed to pin down the Titan? I did. That's the Lurking Steel Titan? It's, well, it sure is long. I think our little friend might be even feastier now after eating those herbs. We're gonna need to do this together. Oh man, okay, so Orthworm powers up, and it is even more powerful, but this time we have Arvin battling with us, and instead of using a Squilvet, he is going to use a Toadscool, which is this game's variation of a Tentacool, but it's not a water type, which is oddly enough, but it's a really cool looking Pokemon. I like the way it looks. Yeah, here we go. We can go ahead and keep on spamming Low Sweep, and fortunately with Toadscool using whatever it used to lower Orthworm's defense, I can go ahead and keep on using Low Sweep, and it does even more damage per turn. Toadscool to go for a Supersonic to confuse Orthworm. It sounds so cool to say Orthworm. But anyway, one more hit should take care of it, or it could take care of the job for me. Oh, it does not quite! Okay, but that's fine because I will do it. There we go. Alright, and with that, we have defeated Orthworm. Gain lots of experience, and that's that. 3 out of the 5 Titans defeated. 2 more left to go. We did it! Way to go, little buddy! Did you get a good look at its face, though? I didn't expect a Titan to be such a cutie. It does look kind of cute, though. I like the face of it. It's pretty cute. Also kind of funny looking, too. I'm sure there's some here, too. Aha! Oh man, it's all white. I knew it! I spy Herba Mystica. Okay, we get the salty Herba Mystica. Another successful search. We're on a roll. Now then, let's see. What does the book have to say? Well, apparently, salty Herba Mystica helps with aching hands and feet. Good for neuropathy and numbness. When you've got muscle weakness, it supposedly builds up strength again. This will definitely help Mabostiff feel even better. Alright, here we go. Time to eat. Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I really like salty things. So I bet whatever we make out of this Herba Mystica, it's going to be... It probably tastes really good. The Pokemon League might not recognize it, but I hope you appreciate it all the same. Okay, thanks. But I will be sure to keep it as a souvenir. Man, look at that face. That's the face that I would make if I was excited to have something salty. I like salty things. And, of course, like usual. Figured this might happen. Don't worry, I made extra this time for that brute of yours. Oh man, you smell it. Alright, as per usual, I will do it. Come on out, Mabostiff. Got some for you too, bud. That's it, small bites. As Arvin gives Mabostiff, like, a part of his sandwich, I just give the whole thing to Miraidon. Alright, but Miraidon now gets a new ability. Can at least bother to taste it before you swallow it right now. This brew seems to be benefiting from the herbs too, I guess, in its own sort of way. Oh yeah, before I forget, take another look at this. There's always a Titan Pokemon near the Herba Mystica when we find them, right? Well, like the book says, it's not like a big old Pokemon just happen to like these herbs. It's actually something in the herbs that's making the Titans so big and strong. Does that mean the Titan's lair isn't really some kind of treasure hoard or whatever? It's just a pantry where the Titan keeps his food? Oh, you done with your sandwich? It woofed? I don't know if that sounds like a wolf. That sounds more like a growl than anything. I'm gonna just say yes anyway. Who's my best bud, huh? Who's the best of boys? Yes, you are. You are. It's been so long since I heard that wolf. I'm surprised Mabostiff even, like, survives, even all, like, for however long that you've kept him in that condition. Got 2 more herbs left to go. Hope you'll stick it out until we're done.